Hey, my munchkins, it's a little early. Good morning. It is Monday, August 4, 8-4. Yes. Yesterday I put July under the reading. It was filmed yesterday. I got some letters about that. Thank you guys for correcting me too. It was really, really nice. I got 3 messages, but it was very nice. Congratulations on making it to this week. You guys survived a lot of tests. Like if you guys have noticed, many readers and intuits were picking up on that there is a time to pass here. So we have a beautiful shift. This is an audio reading for you this morning. I'm really happy to be with you in your car if you're listening, because now we got a routine. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back to the channel. And thank you, Libras, for always keeping this your 36th favorite station. No, I'm of course kidding. I am very happy to be here for this week. We have a lot of themed readings. I wrote it down here in my notebook. I have everything kind of like for every person on the channel. There will be something this week for every single, if you're going through a situationship, we will have something for a reading for you. And always it will be geared toward your higher self. We never choose low or wrong, or we never stay in a depressive or sad state on the channel. We always try to improve. Okay. So I'm being directed to go towards archetypes for this message. And this is going to be the style of how this person will communicate with you through Lion's Gate. Okay, so we're going to go with the Wild Unknown. And I'm going to go to a random page. I like to show you guys the binding. There's nothing. Okay. And we're going to go to how they will communicate. What does Libra need to know? The healer. That shocked me. Screenshot. If you want a screenshot. And by the way, if you've never been to this channel before, if you're new, like you just found me yesterday, or you found Libra Light basically in the last couple days, I am very fun. Like I have a bubbly personality. Okay, so if that's too much for you, I'm probably not your reader, but I like to make it very interactive. The readings will always have an interactive tone. Okay, and then it says the healer, the light worker, the gifted. This is what, Libra, you need to know about yourself. Today and for the rest of the week, we will do a new reading on the 9th. Okay. It says the light worker, the gifted, the old soul. Okay, what am I noticing already? Year of the snake, which is this year, and they're all going this way. They're all going in a counterclockwise. Okay, so for the healer. Though some claim the work of the healer as their gift and name it as the Dharma, the force of the archetype here is actually with everyone, and that is super true. Everybody has the gift. It just depends if you tap into it. It is a natural inclination to remember, return to it, and reclaim your power. Avidya means forgetting, and it is said that this is the source of all suffering and disease, with a hyphen. The healer's mission then becomes to move through the comfort of forgetting. They get wounded through the veil of ignorance, and they deny their gifts. It reveals the radiance below that actually exists within us all. Everybody's a healer on this channel. Many of you tell me, your readers, you are a shaman, or you went to school for shamaning, right? Or you took courses. There was rigorous training for some of you. It did not come easy, 333, when I looked up. The healer approaches this in multiple ways, whether they give readings, they come at you from a different angle, letting you know of a different way of thinking, which we try to do here. I try to show you that through the sadness, there's another viewpoint in the looking glass, okay? You are a multi-layered being. Remember that, healer. There is always a process, always leading back to its origin, much like the Ouroboros. That's beautiful. Okay, keywords. When you're in your light energy, self-contained, you are very grateful and you're awake. Eyes are open, you're tapped into the third eye. And it's not every day you're not going to be there. Okay, it's very unrealistic. You would have to be Merlin, literally, or you'd have to be in Hogwarts. But what it's saying is most days you're the light worker. Most days you're the healer. And that's what you need to know before the contact of this person. Okay, I'm going to move my AirPod over because it actually acts as a microphone too. Let's get into pile number 1. If you chose it, it starts at 440. If you were to combine the numbers, it's an 8. So something could have happened on the 8th here. Or Libra, you like 4s, or you've been seeing 444, which is a stability number. You have, so it looked like this in the viewfinder. So if you pick this pile, it says December. I don't know why we have this. We're going to have to peel it back, okay? We have receive with a bed. And if you, I don't know if you've been resting more, like you've been pulling back your sheets, you've been pulling them off in the summer, or you've been awakened very, very early. You could be a medium, okay? Your mediumship is something, or you're trying to medium your way through something. What I do is I say a lot of Hail Mary and Our Father. I actually pray when that happens, when I can't sleep, okay? And I grew up in a Catholic childhood. So for you, you might be jotting down downloads. Yes, you could be in prayer, okay? But you're also in receiving mode when this person comes in. So this is a Lionsgate video. I just want to tell you, something's going on there with your gifts. I can say that. It's even interrupting the REM sleep line, which is right here. It's going above the bed with squigglies. I hope this is for someone genuinely. Embracing. Okay, so we have a crane, and the grandfather cranes are usually not this color. I think this might even be a feminine. It might. I don't want to be impartial, but we see a crane. And there's a lot of light magic, light going to it, light flashing there. It's very, very rapid in the picture. Let me try to put it up closer. It doesn't capture the beauty in person. And it says embracing. This is actually the header card. And then let me move pile 2 before I keep touching it. Actually, let me turn you over. Okay. Their communication, to embrace someone means to hold them, right? So as we start this pile, they might want to actually physically give you a hug, or it's physical touch. Okay, Libra, that's just what I'm getting immediately as an intuitive myself. You're an intuitive also. Own it, sisters and brothers. So you have to take these cards the way that you see it, not necessarily the way I'm interpreting it. You have December. We have a month. December on the table. Okay, so this is what this tells me about a month being shown to us. And remember, these are just social cues, environmental cues. December is telling you of a time that you've got to recall or go back to. You might be going back to Christmas, family time. There could have been a December with this person, or there's a May-December romance, like there's an age gap, okay? But there's something prevalent, maybe even in your camera roll or your screen roll. And they want to give you a touch. 1 second, Libras. 1 second, I'm getting something. And then you're in receiving mode here. I think this is a telepathic relationship where this person is trying to connect with you currently. On some level, you feel them through Lionsgate, okay? Because there's something here about being awoken in the middle of the night for my Libra. I think this is for my viewers on here. And yesterday, we had a beautiful weekly love video that spoke about contact in that way. Most of all, you guys were the star in that video. I know that. So we'll kind of try to tie that in here somehow. Receiving mode. That's embrace, receive. Maybe you have to receive their embrace and hear them out, or the reasoning that they will bring you through Lionsgate. Remember, 8-8 is the portal. 8-9 is the full moon in Aquarius. So we have 2 dates that are back to back. 2 really big transits. 2 really big planetary placements that are coming up within days. Okay, so let's get your cards out. What's December? I mean, what do we need to know about that? 7 of Wands with carrots. We had the 7 of Wands last night too. I saw it with a few readers, not all. The big wigs had 7 of Wands, like Moonlight Guidance. I'm pretty sure today, who does a Monday video? Chris over at Minnow Pond. He might have had the 7 of Wands, but I didn't see a release for a video yet. So the 7 of Wands is the way you have been, the way you have been reacting to this person. You've been guarded and somewhat defensive. That's what the card tells me. I'm not saying that that's what you are every day. The card tells me you've been guarded toward this energy. They could be, this kind of reminds me of Earth people being in your bed, but then you also have the crane here by a lake, which could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So you've been guarded. They even notice that. They're picking up that you haven't fully let them in. Do they deserve to be let in? Is what you want to ask yourself. If we have healthy boundaries, do they deserve to have your time? Okay, so you can jot this down, write these types of things down when I'm not here. Okay, and what did they do to earn that defensiveness coming from you? What should we know about them? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, turning of events in their life, point blank, because we're asking about your them, right? Something has changed in their life. That's the Wheel of Fortune with meals going around like this. It's like a buffet style, right? Rotating on a cruise or rotating in a restaurant. And in the picture, it's just sushi. There's a little bit of unagi. There's a little bit of tuna that's going around the rotation of the food wheel, Wheel of Fortune. So we see here that something has changed. Is the embracing something that they want to say? Six of Swords. Yes, because, and it's seen here with some rice rolls. Maki, right? Like a maki sushi. It says here that through the Six of Swords, this person is speaking in the video that embracing you is a part of the healing. They really do want to hold you, okay? And it looks to me that this was a very deep soulmate relationship. Twins just don't want to hug. This was a soulmate in your past. So they could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I also have fire signs, and I have the fixed signs, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. Scorpio finishes it for the ALTS, right? Okay. And you guys understand from the way I read before when I say alts, because it's the acronym for fixed signs. Why does Libra have to be in receiving mode based off of the cards? Thank you. Now you have a flipper. Eight of Swords. This is called a key card when it's at the bottom of the deck, and it can be so many things for everybody. So what this means is through Lionsgate, you have the Two of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Empress. The Moon and the Empress, which is they're still thinking of you. They have very deep feelings. This person connects to you in a way through the divine feminine energy. They were blocked. I feel like if they do use free will and they speak to you, you've learned a lot about yourself. That I can say. You've learned what to block, okay? What is false in your energy? What is not authenticity to you? That's something that I see here. Macho with the Hermit. That could be a card of today. It could be making a return. Maybe I'm early having the Hermit. Ace of Swords with olives. So a truth, they want to bring clarity. Even if right now they're asking you to be receiving when they come along, or this person is about to come along in the future. Their message about that. So let's go back to your flipper cards. Justice and the Lovers. And it's cool because I can actually show them today. They are showable cards. You know how you have to tape them off. So Justice and the Lovers is speaking about a Libra and a Gemini. This might be something about like really, really wanting to give you a hug. You know, a hug is a frequency. And through the portal, you might run into them, or there's actually going to be a meeting, okay? And they really want to talk to their Libra. Based off of, and I saged and I prayed through this video, okay? That's how I basically get the front cards that you see, is they're not randomly chosen. I have them flip before I even turn on the camera for you to pick the piles. That's how I do it, at least. I've seen other people do it different ways. Can I get some guidance on this meeting? Because obviously they really love the connection. And for some of you, if it's a Gemini who's new, I think they're really drawn to the clarity that you give them. You could definitely be a counselor for this person, or you know how to talk to them, because the healer was the first card that we had. Okay, let's get some guidance. Let's go with the Oracle today. Let's kind of stay away from tarot in the morning. Let's do an Oracle card. What are they going to learn through communication, and what is Libra going to bring to their eyes? And definitely you could be feeling them in your sleep, okay? Or if it's not that too, there could be something going on also in the background. But I think this is talking about a telepathic relationship. Okay, so you have two. I am going to get them. I have to break it down for the reading not to be too long today. But I will say basically what they are. Okay, I'm going to read them for what they are. 36, blending into the environment. They might be trying to in your current environment with the octopus. 47, connect to source. Go within to discover what needs to be done. Create the shift required to attract what you want. Create the shift yourself. Yes. Okay, this person might even feel like you're responsible for changes within them. And they're trying to connect to that same thing that you draw energy from or you get hope from, like your gifts, basically. Yes, because we spoke about gifts in the beginning. December is really something here. I don't want to say like Christmas time. That's not the full thing of this, but maybe in winter, there's something significant with the two of you, or the beginnings of an argument. Something happened in December, because we never get months with the T cards. I don't. I mean, I always get like the desk, the feather. That's the first time we've had a month in a really long time with December. Okay, this person could be 47 or around that age, or it's you, Libra, like you're the 47-year-old, or something happened when you were 36. Okay, so this card says you have many skills and you do fit in any situation. Take time to assess what is going on around you and adapt accordingly. I think this person is, you know what I'm getting? The feeling of them being closer, like the object is closer than what it appears. You know what you see in your car, in the car window? That's what I'm getting here, is this person is actually around you. They are not as distanced as you feel. And the conversation, the embrace of it all is going to bring in truth. Justice overall is balancing things back to where the original state created harmony. And I feel like this person wants to create an overall harmony for the future. They don't want it to be bad between you two, okay? And that's what they will be healing through the portal. We are talking about Lionsgate. So there's your card. And I do believe this is like arriving at the justice's door. You also see a portal here, gorgeous. I just spotted that late with the windows there with the justice desserts, okay? So thank you, pile number one. I hope this helped. Maybe it helped you see a frequency in your very own healing. We had the healer card. We will refer to it at a later date too. This is just our first audio reading of the day. Let's go to pile two, 1737, which, do I have a pen to write that down? Yes, I got my little pen. Okay, because I have to timestamp before I leave today. 1737. And welcome to your reading. Let's break down the numbers. You have a lot of sevens in there, so you could be seeing 777. 1 is the number of the individual, and 3 is about working with people. And it's also about a lot of relationships. Yes, more than 2 people. So your pile is the same effect as pile number 1. This is your message though, and it's different, okay? Because you got different cards. 2 from the Godfather deck, 1 from the food deck. All right, so you started at 1737. Maybe those numbers will show up today if you manifest a little bit or you claim this energy. So we have how they're going to contact you, and what they're feeling is advocacy, standing strong. This person sees that you're literally the strength card. Okay, beautiful kind of Japanese silhouette here. Okay, but it's basically from the movie The Godfather. If you could see Corleone on the back. Okay, they see you standing strong. That's their message of you. Alrighty. Number, oh wow, 7 at the top of the card too. Interesting. See that? V11. Okay. The Empress is what they want to communicate. Your nurturing side, the mothering. Okay. Interesting. 3 and 7. That's a 10. Sorry there for delayed reaction. DR. And so we have the Empress. They want to communicate the 4 queens are within you. Okay, so I feel like this also could be a friend or a parent or a family member, this pile. Okay, it could be coming from a Taurus. Something going on with a Libra and Taurus to begin, because those are the zodiac signs with this card. And their final way of communication is the 9 of Pentacles with pancakes. And if you could see, it's kind of like tower. Maybe it's been leading from a tower. Nine of Pentacles. Let me write that down. Nine of Pentacles is Virgo. Just so that I see it here in front of me. Their way of communication is the Nine of Pentacles. They could be wanting to tell you that your independence is standout, that it's very impressive. You could be seen as a very abundant person at this time. Libra, let's get some guidance for you. Let's get the guidance. Bottom of the deck is Justice. Okay, good, because I have to shuffle now back. Shuffle for this incoming message that is about to approach my Libra on August 8th or around that time frame. Show me the Empress. Thank you. Just one. Eight of Cups. So this particular person walked away from you for some time. This is someone who exited your life. Those are their cards. Walking away from an Empress, took a break. And if you notice, the dishes are dirty too. They haven't been cleaned. Nobody has come by to wash them. They still have remnants of food from the kitchen and or the restaurant. They left things unsaid. You could read it that way. You could. Or maybe that's a personal message for those of you on the channel, okay? What have they been up to so Libra can pinpoint who this person is? Page of Swords with ice cream. The Page of Swords with double-decker ice cream with a cherry on top. They have been observing you in your Empress field of vision. This person has been watching you. And in the Empress card, she's about to make, you can assert that she's cooking an Italian meal because it comes from the Godfather deck. One of my dad's a Libra, one of his favorite movies. I think his first date with my mom, who was an Aries, was The Godfather. That's what I remember from family storytelling. So I don't know if that's something here for you today. Or one of your parents was born around that time. It could be you, Libra, like your parents are from that era when the movie came out, or they were teenagers. Why do they see Libra in such a big, it's like a stature. Again, I'm getting something about you changing and becoming this Empress. Ten of Swords, yeah, they definitely betrayed. We have a betrayal card. The Ten of Swords, when it's in a reading, you have to definitely acknowledge its placement. Okay, so somebody stabbed you in the back here. Sorry if that's a lot to hear for the morning, but we got to do what we got to do. Seven of Swords with pizza. This person unintentionally didn't know what putting swords in your back was going to do. There's a backfiring here, for sure. Because the Empress, you wouldn't show up as this card, Libras. You would be more like the Page of Cups, or you would be the Chariot. You would be another card. This person is acknowledging they did it to the wrong person. They did it to the wrong one with the Empress. And I'm not piping up the story. That's not what it is. I physically have the cards here today. I physically have the piles. So it's like I'm allowed to say it based off of the energy we have. Ten of Swords. If you look too, this is what's nuts about choosing these decks this morning, is they're all in the kitchen. So I don't know if they cooked up a narrative that was false about you. This person knows they did it to the wrong one, because the Seven of Swords now is watching you intently, and the deceit is worn on their face. Okay, you'll know because of what I'm saying. Page of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Page of Swords. And this is just how I think. Hold on. Talk about the independence, please. Angels, guide me towards that independence. The Hanged Man. They have a really new perspective of who you are. This gives me like someone who, not belittle, through learning about your path, looking through your pictures, looking through something now about your life, very, very current update, they've had a new opinion with the Hanged Man, Pisces. They could be born in that month. I also have a Virgo. I have a Libra here. It could be my Libra. And the Seven of Swords is Aquarius. Okay, straight away. And then you have more air signs with the Ten of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Just run down for this pile. Okay, this is what I want to see. What's the message that they want to give to Libra today. Death, the Tower, the High Priest. Yes, this is totally correct because these all were in my pre-shuffle. The three, baby. And then we have the 10 of Cups. Ooh, your wish fulfillment. Okay, I want to show you this 10 of Cups because wish fulfillment usually doesn't look like this. It almost looks like it could be a wallpaper in a house. Yes, wallpaper over here. Could have all been lemons. But we see that you're somebody's wish fulfillment. They called judgment. And this person wants to come in romantically now. Knight of Cups with coffee. 4 of Cups. Okay, and I don't want to touch. I just want to give you the essence of what they're saying. Knight of Cups is about newfound romantic feelings from the fish to the coffee, okay? And I have to go on a little bit because I got to get in my car. I got to get in the car. But their message is the Tower, the High Priestess, and the Death card. One moment, because that's the main message. We already know about the Page of Swordsing. We've known about that for 2 months. Okay, High Priestess, Death, and the Tower. This is transformation. If you also look at the rice, it's very steady. This is not messy. So if you look, it's very coiffed. Yes? Their message through the portal is that you are the Tower. I saw it right away. I just was trying to form it with words. You are the Tower because of your big time intuition, which you trust. Somebody knows that you trust yourself very well. I'm just trying to put it in words. They could even be slightly older than you, slightly. I'm feeling somebody in your energy, maybe a peer. A peer is how I'll put it. And through this death, because these are both water energies. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Scorpio's water too. All of them are water energies. They see that your transformation is shocking. It has shocked them about you. How did they find out about this? Because I want to narrow the specific place where this came from. And you have a slick. I don't know what it is. It's a Katsuya bowl though. Strength. You've been resilient time and time again through your age, your poise. I would even say here the way that you carry yourself. And through the portal, it's coming off stronger with strength. This is a Leo card, yes? And we're in Leo season. Oh, I wanted to use the Beloved Dead. This would have been a perfect ending. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to have to do it a different way, though. Let's go to this. What is their message of love to Libra? Nothing bad, okay? I just want the love messages. Okay, you have 2, too. This one wanted to spit out 2, just like the last reading. 46, you faced your fears. 11, persistent drive. They are saying the same thing. This card means these cards. Okay, so I'm going to leave that as the screenshot. Thank you for joining me for this preview of Lionsgate. This is how they're going to connect to you. This is how they're already wanting to connect to you because the way I prayed over it is this is how the person is currently manifesting through with the images I chose in the cards. I want to thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. I do notice its growth. I do know that it's very little, but it's growing. It's obviously apparent with every day when we do them. So I'd like to do at least 1 or 2 videos a day. Thank you guys also for complying with my new schedule and understanding also. It's been a rough couple of months and I appreciate growing with you. I also acknowledge your own personal journey. I'm just here to help and facilitate anything with images and help you put it together. That is the best thing that I can do for you. It's part of my gift that I've been given. And I really appreciate the daily way you guys really tell me, hey, it's working. It helps me, even if it's a couple of minutes. That's why I'm here. So thank you guys, and also enjoy your August 4th. We will have many updated readings. The schedule is going to go up today under the last post. It's going to have a lot of hearts with yellow. That's how you'll know what the schedule is. Okay? Thank you for listening to the audio reading. Have a good week.